I wanted to invite my first speaker, Piers Corbyn, who shared this event and has actually come down to support us today. So could we clap for Piers Morgan?
Thank you very much. I've now got two microphones. Brilliant. I just want to say first, it's fantastic that this is organised at all, because there's been so little going on in universities. And I remember when I was an activist in, well, I have to admit, 1968 and all that. I remember walking in here to do an exam in May 1968 and getting accosted by people who said we should be doing revolution in France. But I did have to do the exam just the same. Anyway, I was president of Imperial College Student Union, 69 to 70. And I'm always very interested to see what happens here. But I have to say that then, of course, students were always demanding debate and, you know, argument about science. And now Imperial, unfortunately, has become a source of fake science. Completely fake science over the nonsense. And I find it a disgrace. And that's why it's so important to have a demonstration right here in Imperial. And I would encourage other students around the country to join in. Students Against Tyranny is, you know, a crucial thing, a really crucial thing. Like we want everybody against tyranny. But let's be clear, the powers that be talk about a new world order. Because something new is nice, world is nice, order is nice. But it's a tyranny. The World Economic Forum, the instigators of the organisation of the New World Tyranny, in fact, are propagating a new way forward for the world. And the COVID con is about control. The climate claims are also about control. In fact, I think we should understand the New World Tyranny has got 5 legs. Or 4 legs and a tail. We have the con, and we know the controls against are not to control the they are to control you. And the same with climate. The idea of laws to control climate is delusionary nonsense anyway, but it's not to control climate, it's to control you. And the third leg of the New World Tyranny is the physical attack on your bodily rights. And we know that makes people ill. We know that is killing people. Those are the facts. And we know that the people behind the New World Tyranny believe in depopulation. The makes women infertile. The fourth leg of the New World Tyranny is the 5G. 5G is there for massive communication, yes, but it also actually makes you ill. The high frequencies cause damage and give you similar damages to and the fifth leg, or the tail of the dog, is digital ID, digital currency, making everyone use cashless. That is about digital ID control. So I say, the important way to rebel against this is to keep cash. Use cash wherever you can. In fact, I think we should chant that. Keep cash, keep cash, keep cash, keep cash. And there's new laws coming in, like a new citizenship one, a new one about well, there's a Human Rights Act, so-called, which is about online control as well, and about censorship. This so-called Human Rights Act is an anti-human rights act. So please, students especially, because historically students have always been interested in human rights and recording information, please protest against this Human Rights Act, or anti-human rights act. And another important thing, especially to do with Imperial, because down last week at the Science Museum, they had a big congress, not a congress, a summit of CP, the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Initiatives. Now, this was a cover for promoting the 100-day program, which they say they'll, if there's a around, they'll produce a to you within 100 days. Any to say. It's part of scare stories. You see, the World Economic Forum have done phase one. Phase one is to get the world, millions of people believing in a dangerous and therefore action has to be taken a dangerous and they've got people ready to be and if they're it'll make them ill and dependent on big pharma and lead to depopulation. So phase two is now to bring in compulsory, and I say compulsory, and I mean that. They're having a World Treaty discussion now from the World Health Organization to produce a treaty which would say, in the interests of the greater good, you have to be, your personal bodily rights will be overruled by big pharma and some international United Nations operation. Now this is world fascism. Let's be clear. This is where it's going unless we stop it. We have to break every leg of the new world order. So I repeat, I welcome very much this initiative here. Not so many people maybe, but it's going out on live stream. And so please, take up these ideas. We from StopNewNormal.net and LetTheUKLive.com have bought a stack of leaflets along here, and there's other people with other leaflets, so please, take them, hand them out. And I will end by saying thank you again, and our favourite slogan, resist, defy, do not comply. Resist, defy, do not comply. Resist, defy, do not comply. Thank you, thank you, thank you.